Hi, my name is Brittany Johnson, and I play Angel in Borderlands. Here at Leaderboard, we are giving you 107 facts about Borderlands. Number 1, Borderlands was developed by Gearbox Software and published by 2K Games. Number 2, it runs on a modified Unreal Engine 3. Number 3, Borderlands includes character building elements that are found in role-playing games, but it's also a first-person shooter, leading Gearbox to call it a role-playing shooter. Number 4, many of Brick's skills refer to movies. Master Blaster refers to a character in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Bloodsport comes from a martial arts action movie, Bloodsport. Unbreakable is the title of a movie starring Bruce Willis. Die Hard is also an action movie starring Bruce Willis. Number 5, pictured on the wanted posters from the secret armory of General Knox, Brick has a bounty on his head for $999,999,999.99. Number 6, according to the intro scene voiced by Marcus telling the story of the Vault Hunters, Brick has a dog named Priscilla. Number 7, the letters TCB are on Brick's belt buckle. This was a signature of Elvis Presley, meaning taking care of business in a flash. In Borderlands 2, the TCB is missing from Brick's belt buckle. Number 8, it is revealed that Brick got another dog named Dusty after defeating the Destroyer, however lost her after the Hyperion attack in New Haven. The Sheriff of Lynchwood is actually the one who admitted to killing her by breaking her neck in front of Brick, making him cry. Number 9, in Borderlands 2, Brick wears 2 dog paws around his neck, representing Dusty and Priscilla respectively. Number 10, in Borderlands 2, Brick has apparently obtained Sledge's hammer and carries it on his back. If he is unable to engage a target in melee, he'll throw the hammer. Number 11, Lilith is a name in Judeo-Christian mythology spanning thousands of years. The name has been associated with demonic and elemental entities, often portrayed as a seductress with red hair. Number 12, according to unused texture profiles, Lilith's full name is Dr. Lilith Cashlin, mercenary scientist. Number 13, Lilith was originally depicted as a white-haired, very pale skin, yellow pupils, alien-looking woman who eventually was commanded steel. Number 14, Lilith admits during an argument with Mr. Torque during a game of Bunkers and Badasses that when she was young she was made fun of for her tattoos and for playing Bunkers and Badasses, and she often refers to herself as a geek. Number 15, Mordecai's character model before the game release was a little bit beefier compared to the final design. Reaver took the look of the old character model. Number 16, according to his profile, Mordecai is colorblind and hates eating. Number 17, in the secret armory of General Knox, Mordecai's wanted poster was for $1 million for the possession and poaching of an endangered species. And in red handwritten text at the bottom, another $1 million for that annoying bird. Number 18, Mordecai is compared to a Truxian wrestler at the beginning of the game when Marcus says, "You there with the sniper rifle and the crazy mask, you look like a Truxian wrestler moonlighting as a dominatrix, man." Truxian wrestler appears to be a play on words. A Mexican wrestler, as Mexican wrestlers wear the masks and the suits, and not too dissimilar to Mordecai's outfit. Number 19, General Knox makes a comment about Mordecai on his Twitter account saying, "Troops will deploy if all goes as planned today. Just met a man named Mordecai. Dude, eat something," referencing Mordecai's rather thin build. Number 20, early concept art of Roland showed him as a light-skinned guy with dark and graying hair. Number 21, in the U.S. Army, TC often stands for Tactical Commander. However, the TC of a U.S. Army vehicle is actually the officer or NCO in the passenger seat. Number 22, in the opening scene where the Vault Hunters are seen as children, Roland's attire is actually a simpler version of his Crimson Lance attire that he wears as an adult. His pauldron is a trash can lid, his grenadier cap is replaced with a boonie hat, he wears the same scarf, and his greave is fashioned out what seems to be a piece of sheet metal. Number 23, it is stated in Roland's profile that he dislikes publicity. Ironically, despite being okay having his picture on dozens of recruitment posters across Sanctuary. Number 24, Roland appears to be the leader of the original Vault Hunters after they start taking orders from him after joining the Crimson Raiders without protest. This is also suggested by one of his class mods in Borderlands as being the leader. Number 25, in Borderlands 2, due to his rank and severity of circumstances, Roland seems to have a difficulty expressing himself as Lilith has to often explain to the player what he is trying to say. Number 26. In Roland's reveal cutscene in Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep, he is seen using the Scorpio rifle. But when the cutscene is over, he goes back to using the white rarity rifle. Number 27. In Borderlands 2, on one of Lilith's monitors in the Firehawk's lair and then the Crimson Raiders HQ, an online profile of Roland states that he was homeschooled around the 2850s, only visible with the PC physics graphics on high. Number 28. The Borderlands game uses a procedural content creation system to create weapons and items, which can alter their firepower, the rate of fire, accuracy, can also give them bonus elemental effects like setting a foe on fire or covering them in burning acid, and at rare times other special bonuses like regenerating your ammo. Number 29, it was estimated that this random system would generate 17 million variations of weapons, but actually only resulted in about 3.5 million. Number 30, the procedural system is also used to create the random characteristics of enemies that you might face. This allows for enemies of the same species to have a widely varying attack. Number 31, the original title as shipped for Microsoft Windows used GameSpy servers for multiplayer modes. As a result of GameSpy's shutdown in 2013, 2K Games patched the game and moved the servers over to Steam. Number 32, Gearbox calls the period of time between October 2005 and October 2008 their brown period, as a result of the overwhelming presence of earthy tones in the original Borderlands design. Number 33, after the art style was changed to the cel-shaded rockabilly look, the game story was also changed and dialogue was re-recorded to better fit it. This also freed the design team to make a little bit more zany characters, change the maps and missions, better to fit the art style. Number 34, and I think this is the craziest of all of them, this all happened within the last 10 months of development. Number 35, the original art director was so disappointed that all of her original art was scrapped, she left the company. Number 36, it was later acknowledged by Randy Pitchford that the art style was not entirely original by Gearbox, and it was inspired by Ben Hibben's short film Code Hunters. Number 37, given it had released in September, by December 2009, Borderlands 1 had sold over 2 million copies. And since its release, the game has sold over 4.5 million copies worldwide. Number 38. To meet the release deadline, a portion of the game's maps and vehicles were cut from the initial game launch. Most of the content was used in the expansion pack, The Secret Armory of General Knox, although some of it did end up in Borderlands 2. Number 39. Most of the character names have significance. Roland, Mordecai, and Lilith are from the Old Testament. Tanis is the city in which the Ark is supposedly buried. Helena, Pierce, and Patricia are all variations of middle names of one of the writer's siblings. Number 40! The money cap of 9,999,999 is not really a cap. The counter stops going up after that, but whatever you pick up still goes to your wallet. Number 41. Sniper rifle bullets charge their elemental effects. The longer you go without firing, the higher the chance your next shot will trigger an elemental effect. Number 42. The voice of Crazy Earl is the man himself, CEO Randy Pitchford. Number 43. The Secret Armory DLC is often called the Farmery, thanks to a glitch that let you easily loot all the chests at the end with no time limit. Number 44. Almost everyone except for the Claptraps are voiced by regulars at Funimation. Moxie is voiced by Brina Palencia. Lilith and Tanith are both voiced by Colleen Clickenbeard. Christopher Sabat gets in a few lines of Sledge. Brick is Superfly. Steel is voiced by Lanny Manila, who is also the voice of Nancy Drew. Number 45, Borderlands 2 was shown at Gamescom 2011, and an extensive preview was included in September's edition of Game Informer, with Borderlands being the cover story. Number 46, Gearbox revealed that they would be honoring a late fan of the game, cancer patient Michael John Mammarell, as an addition as a non-playable character in the game named after Michael. Additionally, Gearbox posted a eulogy to Michael in the voice of Claptrap. Number 47, do you guys remember Girlfriend Mode? Controversy regarding sexism hit Gearbox a month before release. Gearbox software president Randy Pitchford responded on Twitter saying, "There is no universe where Hemingway is a sexist. All the women at Gearbox software beat his ass and anyone else's ass, including me." Fact 48. On August 20th, 2012, it was announced that there would be a 4-issue Borderlands comic that would be released in November of 2012 to tie into Borderlands 2, called Borderlands Origins. It tells the story of how the original Vault Hunters came together, fills in their backstory, and sets up the events for Borderlands 2. Number 49. Claptrap appears as an opponent in the crossover title Poker Night 2, with players able to unlock additional Borderlands 2 content with the completion of certain objectives. Number 50, a 4.6 gigabyte portion of Borderlands 2 was available for preload through Stream on September 14, 2012, allowing customers to download encrypted files to their computer before the game was even released. When the game was released, customers were able to unlock the files on their hard drive and play the game immediately. Number 51, as of August 2015, Borderlands 2 had sold over 13 million copies, making it 2K's highest selling title. Number 52, Borderlands 2 was nominated for 5 awards at the Spike TV Video Game Awards: Best Xbox 360 Game, Best PlayStation 3 Game, Best Multiplayer, Best Shooter, and Best DLC. The Psycho Pack. Number 53, actor Damian Clark was nominated for Best Performance by a Human Male for his performance as Handsome Jack, my awesome father. Spoiler alert. Number 54, Claptrap was included in the Viewer's Choice Character of the Year award at the Spike TV Video Game Awards. Number 55, Bullymong was a placeholder name for the six-limbed alien. It sucked. You guys remember that? A quest in the game lampshades this, with Sir Hammerlock trying and failing to rename them before his book ships. Number 56, some fans have taken to calling the Bullymongs boner farts, even going so far as to never finishing the quest by Hammerlock so that they can keep their name. Other fans also refer to Axton's turrets as the Little Lady or the Misses, after the affectionate nicknames that Axton uses himself when deploying it. Number 57. It's actually a popular theory that Krieg is the father to Tiny Tina. However, Anthony Birch came out and said that both of Tiny Tina's parents are dead. Number 58. When Anthony wrote the character of Tiny Tina, he unintentionally created it after his sister Ashley Birch. So whenever he wrote it, he thought, might as well have her audition for it. Number 59. Not the game itself, but several Borderlands marketing tie-ins, including 2 contests and a pack of trading cards, are only available to Europeans, which is odd for an American game. Number 60. On the other end of the spectrum, the companion app Loot the World is only available in the US on iOS and Google Play. Players of the game outside the US are not too pleased, especially since Gearbox Software said the app unlocks a lot of unique weapons you wouldn't find by looting otherwise. Number 61. Damian Clark, who is the voice of Handsome Jack, who is Handsome Jack in real life as well, ad-libbed a number of his lines from the game. If you guys remember in the beginning when he calls the Vault Hunters, he has a mouthful of food and he says, "These pretzels suck." He was actually in the booth eating pretzels. Anthony Birch has even said it's easily Handsome Jack's funniest line in the whole game, and he didn't even write saying it. Anthony said he'll never forgive Damien for it. Number 62. Tiny Tina's model has an animation issue where her left eye suddenly turns to the side. It makes her look even more of a psycho creepy child that she is. So the devs simply just left it there with the justification that she has a strabismus, aka lazy eye. Number 63. Character dialogue was meant to be targeted, meaning Axton would give flirty dialogue when reviving Maya, but would be neutral otherwise. After deciding against targeted lines, it means that Axton could say things like, "Wow, do you work out?" to male characters. Despite this, they thought it would be better to just make him bisexual anyways. Number 64, and don't hate me for butchering this word yet again. Teddy Bear guns were originally supposed to be unreliable and explode in your hands randomly. In the finished product, they're dirt cheap, disposable, and actually pretty reliable. Number 65. Dummied out audio shows that Jack is actually the original voice of the new news stations and the vending machines. Number 66. Axton's ex-wife Sarah was actually his former commanding officer. He wears her dog ties and her wedding band. Number 67. Axton is wanted for war crimes. The bounty on his head is actually the lowest of the other playable characters in Borderlands 2. Number 68. Axton has a dislike of cats. Number 69. Axton was to be executed by a firing squad, avoiding the execution only by going AWOL and going to Pandora. Number 70. If Axton is chosen as a starting character, there'll be an echo log in the inventory with a story about Axton and his ex-wife Sarah. It plays a dialogue between them of Sarah discharging Axton from the military and suggesting that he goes AWOL to one of the border worlds, and gives him back his wedding ring saying that she never liked diamonds anyway. Number 71. When Axton deploys the saber turret, he sometimes addresses it with pet names such as Mrs., Sweetie, Honey, or his girlfriend. Number 72. Axton's quote, "throwing a masher," is actually a reference to a German Model 24 grenade, the potato masher. Number 73. Axton's quote, "Oscar Mike," is a phonetic alphabet delivery of O and M. This is a military acronym used by infantrymen saying "on the move." Number 74. Axton's class mod is determined by a device mounted on his right shoulder. Number 75. Axton apparently had a dispute with Tiny Tina, having said some things to cause her to throw a dynamite at him. Number 76. The character Salvador is actually wanted for a number of crimes, including manslaughter, theft, destruction of property, trespassing, cannibalism, gross, public indecency, of course, and profanity. He has the most crimes of all of the Vault Hunters and has the 4th highest bounty over Craig, Maya, and Gage. Number 77. Salvador is Spanish and Portuguese for savior. How funny, ironic. Number 78. Many of Salvador's skill names are references to pop culture and films. I Am the Juggernaut is from a viral video from the 90s X-Men cartoon, which included the Juggernaut saying, "Don't you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch." This line was also used in the movie X-Men Last Stand by Juggernaut, played by Vinnie Jones. Yippee-ki-yay is a reference to the Die Hard series where the main character often says, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker." Number 79. Of all of the playable Vault Hunters, Salvador is the only one known to have been born and raised on Pandora. Number 80. He has a tattoo on his index finger that says right on the right hand and wrong on the left. Number 81. The gun-zerking lines, "Time to compensate" and "Screw you, Freud," are complex references to the Freudian psychology. According to Freud, weapons and firearms are known to be symbols of masculinity, leading to the common belief that they are used to overcompensate for the poor self-esteem in men. Salvador's short stature is a classical definition of the Napoleon syndrome and quintessential of the game theory definition. Number 82. The Daka 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 quote is a reference to the orcs in the Warhammer 40k universe. Daka is an orc word that mirrors the sound of the species' beloved guns known as the Shudas. Number 83. One of his gun-zerking quotes, "Chow Yun Fat," is a nod to the Hong Kong actor Chow Yun Fat. Number 84. Gearbox concept designer Scott Kester credited Zero's inspiration from loner characters such as Snake Eyes in G.I. Joe and Gray Fox from the Metal Gear Solid games. Number 85. Most of Zero's dialogue is actually spoken in haikus, which is actually noted by Handsome Jack in an echolog. Number 86. Zero's version of Slayer of Terramorphous was actually once bugged. It provided a bonus to one of the other playable characters, Salvador's Gunzerker class, but it has since been fixed in a patch. Number 87. When using Handsome Jack's voice modulator, Zero will become far less talkative. Many of his lines are replaced with lines that are cut short as if he started to say something, heard his voice, and decided not to say anything. Number 88. Zero's wanted poster has the code 000000000HSP. The joke being that the entire numerical code is just zeros, as part of the running gag that Zero has with the respective number, along with other jokes in the different areas. Number 89. The line, "This is a story all about how my life got flipped turned upside down." It's from killing an enemy whenever you're running over them. It's a reference to the intro song of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Number 90. Zero's line when entering Deception, "How hilarious, you just set off my trap card, your death approaches," is a reference to Yu-Gi-Oh!, where a trap card would be used as a response to another player's actions. Number 91. In Mad Moxie and the Wedding Day Massacre, the reward head for Zero shows a robotic eye in his shattered helmet. A promotional description stated, "It should be said that his new head is named Not Canon for a reason," keeping Zero's true race a mystery. Number 92. The character Maya is actually just wanted for being a siren. The bounty on her head is for $720 billion. Number 93. An echo recording appears in Maya's inventory at the beginning of the game about her training with a group of mysterious brothers, and explains why she left to come to Pandora. Number 94. Maya's backstory echologs can actually be located in the Wildlife Exploitation Preserve. The recordings override earlier promotional materials regarding her age, giving her 27 years instead of 25. Number 95. One of Maya's body skins, a slice of fried gold, is actually a reference to the movie Shaun of the Dead. Number 96. Maya's "So It Goes" quote is actually from a novel, Slaughterhouse-Five. The phrase is used as a refrain after the death of any of the characters. Number 97. Maya was the first Vault Hunter to meet Craig. She originally mistook him for a common bandit. Craig's inner voice actually persuaded Craig to save Maya from an approaching rat horde. Number 98. According to Mad Moxie, Maya gives her a lady boner. Number 99. For unknown reasons, both Maya and Lilith, another siren, are referred to as the most powerful sirens on Pandora. Whom truly is more powerful is unknown. Number 100. Originally, Lilith's title card did not say the Firehawk. It was added after focus testers repeatedly complained that they couldn't find this Firehawk that they were told to look for. Anthony Birch also had to rewrite one of her lines to clarify the point. Number 101. An earlier storyline quest would have had the player chasing down Fink, the rat who hosts the bandit circle of slaughter, and beating answers out of him. This is too complicated of a program, though it does explain why Fink hates the player so much. Number 102. Numerous QR codes could be found in Borderlands 1 and 2. Some contain web links and some contain funny messages. Did you guys find any? Number 103, the side quest Raiders of the Last Boss in Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep is actually a clear reference to Indiana Jones' Raiders of the Lost Ark. Number 104, the inside cover artwork was based on Ollie Moss's art style of his homage to various franchises. However, clouds in the artwork were taken directly from one of Moss's original pieces from his Star Wars Empire Strikes Back fan poster. Actually, when Moss found out, he went to Twitter and expressed his disappointment. Randy Pitchford actually had to reach out to him and apologize for the incident. Number 105, the side quest Too Close for Missiles actually contains a lot of references to the movie Top Gun. Number 106, the side mission Rocko's Modern Strife is actually a reference to the show Rocko's Modern Life. Number 107, last but not least. In a Reddit AMA, Borderlands 2 lead writer Anthony Birch said his inspiration for creating the NPC Face McShooty, the character that demands you to shoot him in the face, was the close-range video on The Onion, featuring a fictional video game where the only gameplay is running around shooting characters in the face. Anthony Birch is actually quoted saying that that was all him, that he saw the video and he thought it was hilarious. He thought it would be fun to do something and actually name a character Face McShooty. Thank you guys for watching, and if you liked it, please like and subscribe to Leaderboard, and leave a comment in the section and tell me how I did. I would love to keep doing this, and if I forgot any of your favorite Borderlands facts. Until next time, this has been Brittany.